I'm Shakira and I'm doing a speech on the impact, the positive and negative impacts on single parenting and child development. So I do have a question for the audience. If you can keep your hand raised and raise your hand if you have been in a single parent household, is a single parent, or know and watch closely of someone who has been a single parent or live in a household with one parent. Okay, so everyone look around and you see that everyone has raised, and that is quite normal because I have researched that the U.S. Census Bureau says that about 25% of the people in the U.S. family arrangements is living with one parent. So that is a little normal. I would say 30% is a little normal. You get a dibble and a dabble of seeing that in the U.S. is big. So that's what 3 out of 10 people has been in a single parent household. And again, it's a little normal, but it's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, it's positive and negative impacts on growing up in a single family household. So I would say the positive impact will be the child mature faster. I grew up in a single parent household, and I noticed that I matured faster because when I seen my mom in the kitchen cooking and my mom cleaning, I felt like I should help because I'm a female. I think that because she's cooking, I should be cooking. And again, and this is going to piggyback on the other positive impact, the mother and the daughter bond, or the parent and child bond, because she was cooking and that's something she did. I felt like I should do it. So that, yes, I'm maturing and I'm going that close bond with my parent. So living in a single parent household, yes, you grow that parent and child bond and the child maturing faster. Now, some people could say that a child maturing faster is not positive because a child should be a child. Yes, but I believe that I'm a female, and in the future, I want to know how to cook and I want to know how to clean. So learning in the house and not being forced to, that was me. My mama, like, she didn't say, come clean, you have to. It was basically like, let me do it because mama doing it, you know? So that's the maturity I'm talking about, not being forced to do it. And sometimes is just to help. And again, if you are told to do something, you're now learning how to help, and you learning how to be positive, like you're helping out, and you causing less stress on the child because you're asking for help. Like, I would have wanted my mama to ask for help, but me personally, I think my personality is like, let me help my mama because she know how to cook, so I want to know how to cook, and I want to grow a family, and I want to have 2 boys and a girl, you know. It was just like the bond that I have with my mama. But there are some negative impacts of the child growing up with one parent too, because the parent is working on one income, and that's sometimes not as good, because if the parent does not have a good job and a job that can pay the rent and pay this, then you're working off one income, and that can cause emotional stress, financial stress on the parent. And remember, it is one parent. So one parent dealing with stress can cause stress on the child, which could cause further development issues in school, later on in life. Like, stress is not good. You get emotional, financial, you get all types of stress, and it is not good. So financial problems could cause all of that. And, you know, being a single parent, sometimes you can't help it. You don't want to work 3-4 jobs because you got to come home to your child because it is only you. So sometimes it is really hard to realize that, but it is ways. I'm going to piggyback on this phrase I use. It takes a village to raise a child. So just because, yes, it is one parent in the household does not mean that, oh, it's just me, it's going to only be me. No, ask for help. Ask your family, your friends. Like, it is always somebody willing to help you in the future. The last negative impact I would want to talk about will be, sorry, I'm saying, yes, sorry. It will be that the parent thinks that they cannot raise the child as if they wanted to. So, for example, my mom always thought that she could not raise my brothers because she's a female. She always think, oh, I'm good with Shakira. She's good. I know how I wanted to be raised. I know how I can raise a female. I know everything that goes on with the female. I can know how to tell. I know what to tell her. But as far as boys, she didn't play basketball. She didn't know that. Oh yeah, she know to tell him to take out the trash. But he just thought that she would just tell him that. He don't know from a man that that's what you need to do, and that's what you should do when you're in the house with a female. And that's just how we was raised. So sometimes the parent could always, think down on themselves, and again, that'll cause stress on them, and it all piggybacks on each other. So stress because you're thinking a lot, and it's just a lot. And all in all, I believe that it's positive and negative effects. So if you put them all together, then it is able for the household to work. But I would also say educate yourselves on the negative impacts. Yes, you can always cheer on the positive, but just be aware of the negative effects of growing up in a single parent household if you haven't, and if you're trying to raise children in a single parent household. Because if they don't show you here, you're going to show somebody else, like in school or in their career, and it's all going to come back to the household. So it's good to be aware of how the child thinks in their head and what is the reason of it, and it can come on you, it can come on anything, just them. Okay, so thank you.